Hey Dan, continuing the conversation about creator audience relationships, what sort of social contract should there be? I'm mainly going to respond to Mikola's response to whatever you said. He brings up a few interesting points that I'm going to discuss. Mainly about whether or not you should equate piracy with theft. Now, now he brings up a parallel about legal streaming services like you have Netflix, Hulu, YouTube Red is also going to be like that in the future, and why they bother negotiating with the creators and why they bother charging their viewers and all when you could get much of this stuff for free and the simple answer to that is because they can get sued. They are prominent companies whose livelihood depends on video streaming. That's their income source. That's what they market themselves as. And so and if you're a well-known video streamer, you're going to get more scrutiny, especially from copyright holders who want you to give them their cut for whenever you use their product. Now this puts streaming services in a difficult situation, compared to the ordinary inconspicuous pirates that often illegally download stuff. With streaming services need to will be held more accountable because more people know about them. More people know that this is a site that streams content, and a copyright holder will find it easier to target them because their profile is larger. They market themselves more heavily, and they have more to lose. Their livelihood depends on streaming. You know, so copyright holders can target them more easily and hit them harder. So that's the main reason why they want to play nice with copyright holders, so that a win-win situation can be worked out. We'll earn our money by hosting the streaming service. You earn your money. We'll negotiate and all that. With the other pirates, obviously things are not so simple because there are so many of them, and it's not worth the effort tracking down and trying to prosecute every last one of them. So that's why pirates have a much more mixed record with respect to following copyright law. Now, one point I do want to raise about the creator audience social contract is that there's a difference between enjoying a creator's enjoying a creator's content and respecting their business practices. Most cases of piracy happen when you really enjoy what the creator is putting out, but you don't like the way he's trying to sell it to you. You don't like his way of trying to monetize his work, and and digital piracy offers you an option to just bypass whatever you don't like. You don't like the creator's business practice. You don't like having to buy a DVD. Just torrent the damn thing. You just torrent the damn thing. Piracy sites give you an option for that. And as far as the average consumer goes, that's all they need to know. The best way to encourage people to support you would be to come up with both enjoyable content and respectable business practices. And nobody's going to come up with a method that works for everybody. You'll always have those people who don't like your rules, who are going to try and break them. And if you're not reaching your bottom line, if you're not profiting off your work, you're likely to resent these kinds of people and complain about them. So this back and forth will keep happening. Some creators will master the game better than others. It's also a question of and you never know how things change. There's this Japanese game that whose Kickstarter I was following for a bit. Now I found out about it to begin with because of let's plays that were uploaded and a fan translation that was doing the rounds. None of this was strictly legal. None of this was done with the explicit permission of the copyright holders. But thanks to the attention they got, now when they're actually trying to market their stuff legitimately to foreign countries, they're getting tons of money through their crowdfunding. You know, They're getting a lot of money through their crowdfunding. I'll include a link to the Kickstarter I'm talking about in the description. But you can see just how dynamic the creator audience relationship can be. And it's very difficult to predict, who'll come out on top and who'll suffer because of how either party behaves. Nice talking to you.